Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this lecture, we are going to solve GATE question of 2002 on special case number 2 of Raut array. The question is that the characteristic polynomial of the system Qs is equal to 2 into s to the power 5 plus s to the power 4 plus 4s cube plus 2s square plus 2s plus 1 is given. We have to determine whether the system is stable, marginally stable, unstable or oscillatory. So to comment on the stability of the system, we need to construct Raut array first. So in the Raut array, we will write all the powers of S starting from the highest power of S to lowest power of S given in the characteristic equation. So in this characteristic equation, the highest power of S is S to the power 5. So first we will write S to the power 5 here. Then we will write all the powers of S in the decreasing order, and in the column wise we have to write all these powers of S. So next will be S to the power 4, then S to the power 3, then S square, S to the power 1, then last will be S to the power 0. Now we will find out all the coefficient from this characteristic equation. First coefficient will be A0, then A1, then A2, then A3 and A4, then A5 will be there. So in the s to the power 5 row, we will write all the even coefficients starting from A0. So A0, A2 and A4 we have to write in the s to the power 5 column. A0 is given 2 here, then A2 is given 4 here, then A4 is given 2 here. Now we will construct s to the power 4 row using all the odd coefficient, that is A1, A3 and A5. A1 is given 1 here, A3 is 2 here and A5 is again 1 here. Now we will construct s to the power 3 row using this s to the power 5 and s to the power 4 row. So first term will be 1 into 4 minus 2 into 2 divided by 1. Here we will get 0. So first term in the s to the power 3 row will be equal to 0. Next term will be 1 into 2 minus 2 into 1 divided by 1. Here also we will get 0. So next term will also be equal to 0 in s to the power 3 row. So here we can see that the s to the power 3 row is becoming 0 here. That means all the terms in the s to the power 3 row is 0. So in this condition, we will construct the auxiliary equation using a row above this row of zeros. That is, to construct the auxiliary equation, we need to take s to the power 4 row. So auxiliary equation will be represented by as. As will be equal to 1 into s to the power 4. Then we have to take plus 2 into s square plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, now we have to differentiate this as with respect to s. So we will get d of as divided by ds is equal to 4 into s cube plus 4 into s is equal to 0. Now we will write the coefficients of s cube and s in the row of s cube here. The coefficients will be 4 and 4 here. Next term will be equal to 0. Now we will construct s to the power 2 row using s to the power 4 and s to the power 3 row. So first term will be equal to 4 into 2 is 8 minus 4 divided by 4. Here we will get 1. So first term in the s to the power 2 row will be equal to 1. Next term will be 4 into 1 minus 1 into 0 divided by 4. So here again we will get 1 and next term will be equal to 0. Now we will construct s to the power 1 row using this s to the power 3 and s to the power 2 row. So when we find out the first term, here we can see that 1 into 4 minus 4 into 1 divided by 1 is equal to 0 we are getting, and next term will also be equal to 0 and last term will also be equal to 0. So here we can see that again the s to the power 1 row is becoming 0. That means all the terms in the s to the power 1 row is becoming 0. So here again we need to construct the auxiliary equation. So for that we will take a row above this s to the power 1 row, that is we have to take s to the power 2 row to construct the auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation 2 will be as is equal to s square plus 1 is equal to 0 we are getting. So again we have to differentiate this equation with respect to s. We will get d of as divided by ds is equal to 2s we are getting. Okay, now we will keep the coefficient of s in this s to the power 1 row. So here we will get 2. Other terms will be equal to 0 here. Now we will construct the s to the power 0 row using s to the power 2 and s to the power 1 row. We will get 2 into 1 minus 1 into 0 divided by 2 will be equal to 1. Or we can directly write a5 in the first term of the s to the power 0 row. As I have told you, the first term of s to the power 0 row is equal to an, that is last coefficient of the characteristic equation. Here last coefficient is a5 and a5 is equal to 1 is given, so directly we can write 1 here without finding out the coefficient from the s to the power 2 and s to the power 1 row. We have constructed the whole Routh array. Now we have to see the first column of the Routh array to determine the stability of the system. So here we can see that there is no sign change in the first column, but as we have constructed two auxiliary equations in this question, we cannot consider this system as a stable system. So in this case we need to take first auxiliary equation which we have constructed, then we have to find out the roots of that auxiliary equation, and then we have to determine the stability of the system. So we will take first auxiliary equation for this. It is equal to s to the power 4 plus 2s square plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we will find the roots of this auxiliary equation. We can write this equation as s to the power 4 plus s square plus s square plus 1 is equal to 0. Now when we take s square common, we will get s square into s square plus 1 plus 1 into s square plus 1 is equal to 0. So we will get s square plus 1 into s square plus 1 is equal to 0. So from this equation we will get 4 roots. First s square plus 1 is equal to 0 is there. So from here we will get first root and second root is equal to plus minus j, and again we will take s square plus 1 is equal to 0. Again we will get root number 3 and 4 is equal to plus minus j. Now we will plot these roots on the imaginary axis. So here we will get plus j and here we will get minus j, and again here we will get plus j and here we will get minus j. After plotting these roots, we can see that here on the imaginary axis repeated roots are there. Therefore this type of system is a unstable system. Whenever we have repeated roots on the j omega axis or imaginary axis, the system will be unstable system. So this type of system is a unstable system. The option number 3 is correct option here. So hope you have understood the numerical. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.